film and TV industry has all but come to a standstill because of the coronavirus pandemic.
Line of Duty, Ben and I's favourite, is just one of the soaps and dramas that's halted filming. And one of its stars, Martin Compston, who plays TST Varnot, of course, in the hit show, has returned to his home in Las Vegas to be with his family and joins us live now. You just got out there because you had to quickly, I guess, before the flying stopped.
Yeah, it was... I was just in my flat, I think it was on a Saturday night, learning my lines for the week ahead, and the news came through that Trump had suspended all flights from the UK. So I think within like 12 hours I was on a flight, and very lucky I was on a production that I've been on for a long time, and our producers and stuff are friends and understand, and kind of just said to me, you've got to put family first, because at that point it was a very strange atmosphere, because we knew we were going to stop at some point, but we have to follow government guidelines, and we hadn't stopped yet. So, yeah, but at the time I'd left, technically we hadn't stopped, and so I just made it back with the skin of my teeth. It was a bit of a hairy journey over. I've got to say the BA cabin crew were fantastic. Rules and destinations seem to be changing by the minute on the way over, but eventually they got us home.
And how come you're in Las Vegas at all? When we first saw that, we were all looking for Las Vegas in Scotland. It didn't seem like particularly like it. It's every little Las Vegas somewhere in Scotland.
No, I didn't.
But no, how come you live there?
My wife's from here.
Yeah,
it's just with our industry as well. I've been over the years. I mean, Scotland's always going to be home. Greenock's always going to be home. But I spent probably 14 of the last 16 months on the road, and when you get to a certain age, you realise how important it is to have a support network around you. I've saw friends living in London and LA, and when they've not got babysitters and whatnot around, it can be really tough. So I just thought, what stage we were at in our life, that it was important that my wife had a family around her. And the weather's not bad either.
No, it's not bad. Too. And of course, I'd imagine as a Celtic fan, you've introduced her to the likes of Glasgow-set over the years.
Well, I have been. That's one of the reasons. It's not every day you put on national telly sitting in your Celtic shorts.
So look, one thing though, Martin, because of course, as you say, you got back in by the skin of your teeth. What's the atmosphere like over there? Because we are watching the briefings that are coming out of the White House. We are watching and sort of looking on with all the stuff that Donald Trump's coming out and saying, suggesting he wants the economy to be back up and running by Easter. How is the feeling? How concerned are people? We saw those pictures of the Strip completely deserted as well, a city that is buzzing usually and thrives on tourism.
Yeah, for sure, that's quite eerie. I mean, I believe it's the last time the Strip was shut down so much was JFK's assassination. So, I mean, that certainly seems kind of unprecedented. But I've got to be honest, America is one place. I mean, I usually slag my wife for this stuff and call them really lazy, but it's one place that's actually well set up. They have like drive-through pharmacies, they have drive-through banks, drive-through food of everything. And the supermarket situation seems to be pretty well underhand. That when you go in, I mean, they've kind of kept all this madness of people stocking up on toilet rolls and all that kind of thing. There's one section of the supermarket that has all the essentials in that, and you're allowed one piece each. So the rest of the supermarket's just sort of running. But again, we live in quite a quiet part of town. I couldn't speak for the rest of the country. I mean, obviously, you can see the pictures of New York and stuff. It seems a bit more full on over there. But where we are, and again, it's big, wide open spaces here. So when you're walking the dog, one thing I have noticed is although there's distances, people actually seem to be a bit more friendly and seem to be waving across the street to each other a bit more. So, yeah, again, it's very strange times. But, yeah, over here it seems to be all right at the minute.
And you have this show, The Nest, which fortunately is in the bag. Tell us a little bit about this. We can at least still see you involved in that.
Yeah, I'm really proud of it. It's sort of an emotional thriller written by Nicole Taylor, who wrote Three Girls and Wild Rose. It all takes place in West Coast of Scotland. I'm a very proud West Coast boy, so I'm chuffed with it. It's a fantastic cast, great scripts, and yeah, I mean, it's definitely. It was amazing for me to be involved in something that was such a page turner when there was no explosions or people getting machine gunned and Vicky McClure hanging off the side of lorries with machine guns and all that kind of thing. I'm really, really proud of it, and hopefully, just with everything that's going on at the minute, if we can take people's mind off stuff for an hour or so and give them something else to talk about it, then that's great.
And that is so important, isn't it? We all need that. Sometimes you just think, oh, I've got my essential facts, I've seen enough, I need to be distracted for a while. Yeah, quite.
I had my mind on, of course, early June, Martin, when we were going to strike back revenge for the.
Is that right, Chopper?
He's not calling you Chopper because you. Revenge for what happened. Obviously, we know that Soccer Aid has been postponed as well. Were you keeping yourself fit? Were you ready for it? Is this impacting your training regime?
Well, a bit. Well, I've always got quite. Well, I say unlucky. I've been quite lucky in that I've always seemed to be working, and obviously with insurance, we can't train. You know, we can't have any physical contact, so I always turn up a bit unfit. But I was really excited about it. But of course, it's the correct decision. You know, people's health comes first, but it's an amazing event. And Ben, you know, as football fans, how incredible for us is to be up close with these legends, and it's an amazing week. But you forget just the amount of money this thing's raised. Yeah. You know, it's stunning what the boys have put together, the whole team effort. But it'll be back, and I'm sure we'll retain our title.
Never. No chance. We owe you.
I think you could do with a few more weeks, a month's training, Ben Shephard, to be honest. I don't think it's going to do any harm to England's chances.
Any tickets that have been bought by people for Soccer Aid, I know are going to be valid for when the game eventually happens, whether it's going to be delayed till next year or later on this year, we're not sure yet. It's great to talk to you this morning, Martin. Have you got any sense, because those first few days of you guys being back together on
Line of Duty.
Line of Duty.
Well, we saw the photo, wasn't it? The big cast photo.
Have you spoken to the guys? Have you been sharing any Zoom chats with them? Have you been wearing the waistcoat at home?
Not quite. The waistcoat's been put away, but no, I'm in daily contact with the guys. You know, they're it's crazy times. But the scripts this year, I mean, I keep waiting every year. This isn't going to be the year that Jed doesn't deliver the thing, but again, they just seem better than ever. And we will be back at some point to get them finished. And I hopefully will be back bigger, better, and longer interview scenes, the whole lot, the whole Line of Duty thing.
Well, we can't wait for that to happen. Stay safe out there, Martin. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. It's good to see you.